Ruler School is brought to you by Odyssey Games, where you can go to get singles for all your Force of Will and other trading card games, as well as these amazing patrons. Thank you for your support. Class is in session. Hey there, Rulers. DMO73 here, bringing you the deck list for everybody's favorite little edgelord Gill Lapis and this Gill Lapis burn minions list. Like I said in the feature match, the whole point of it is to try to apply pressure to your opponent and get to a point where you can set up some pretty dirty combos to just burn them to death with Blazer. I'll kind of talk about a few of the little subtle ones here in just a bit. So first off, obviously our ruler is Gill Lapis. We get those limit breaks and everything else. I do want to point out something. When you do get to pick the two things, you choose and then choose again. So you can do them in like an opposite order. And the other thing is you name a card at resolution of the limit break thing. So like you could say, look at top three, and then pick a limit break as that second one kind of is resolving. So yeah, it makes it so that your selection of your limit breaks can be a little bit more perfect, which we weren't really doing in the feature match. The other thing to note is too that his limit break, or his ability to pay the cost of minions and moons, is only on his front side, not his back. We kind of messed that up in the second game of the match. So then we have, obviously we're playing 4 copies of World Ender and 4 copies of Yggdrasil. World Ender is super important for this deck to get those limit breaks off, and so the Yggdrasil just helps facilitate that as best as possible. Playing 3 copies of Dark Atlas for some reasons that I'll talk about here in a little bit. 4 Blazer of Minion of Lapis, 4 Sylvia Minion of Lapis, and 2 Lenneth. These are our major heavy hitters. This is just something we wanted 2 copies just so we have one in deck in case we draw one off, so that we can limit break it with Gill Lapis while we flip. And that turns on Dark Summoning, which is a great card for just being able to be instant speed 1 copy of any card that you want in the deck. Schrodinger's Cry for some additional removal that gets around Eternal, which is very helpful. Lapis's Darkstorm, which is a moon art with the reprint, so it is an amazing card to play off of World Ender. The idea of like turn 1 on the draw, energize out World Ender, plus look at top 3, get a limit break, cast Lapis's Darkstorm, rip your opponent's hand down to, they started at 5, now they're suddenly down to 3 or maybe 2 cards because they maybe cast something during their first turn. Really, really good. 4 Blazer's Art of Slaughter, again as the other accelerant for burning your opponent to death. 2 Black Moonray, and then 2 End of the World as a nice little, oh hey, we got to finish the game out this way. This is going to resolve. You have no cards in your hand already. You just get so much value out of this that it's pretty nuts. Going into the stones real quick, we're playing 1 Black Silence and 1 Scorched Bales. This is so that we have technically access to green-red eventually to be able to play Sylvia's if we need to. And then 4 Black Moon Memoria and 4 Heaven's Rift. In the sideboard, we're playing 1 Athena, Titan of Revenge, just because we're not usually using it to burn us, but if we flip with Gill Lapis and then kind of swing in, sometimes that's enough to close the game off that way. Or just playing a Lenneth and getting this body and poking your opponent to death. Ouroboros would be the one that you grab off of Lenneth when you need to kind of reset your deck. And then Phoenix is just kind of your generic go-to 1 a 9/9 flyer to just be able to continually push back on your opponent very, very effectively. So to quickly kind of talk about some of the things, is Blazer's thing of limit break says if he's banished by the effect of a spell or ability you control, it deals damage equal to its attack divided as you choose to any number of target players and or J resonators. So we have a lot of things that let us do that. Dark Alice is a way to make us do that, and Blazer's Art of Slaughter is a way to do that. So there's a lot of really unique ways that you can make sure to push that damage through. It also means that End of the World is really, really nice because of the idea of saying, if you have like a Dark Alice in hand or something like that, you could turn this into like essentially burn your opponent for 24 damage. So you can like reanimate 2 Blazers, flash in the Dark Alice, sacrifice both of the Blazers, and then hit your opponent for lethal that way. There's lots of different things. Blazer's Art of Slaughter, when it's limit broken, is also great because you sacrifice the Blazer, you force them to sacrifice the thing that you want to sacrifice, and then you get to burn them for 12. or get rid of, you know, some other smaller bodies too. Just maximizes the value off of it really, really well. So this is a kind of a basic shell of that minion list. There's a lot of different ways I think you can build Gill Lapis, but this was kind of our first take. Absolute blast to play, so go ahead and give it a shot for yourself. Let us know down in the comment section down below what your take on Lapis has looked like. And until next time, this is TMO73 saying class dismissed.